Good day, all. I just want to pass a document out to you all. Some of you all might be shocked. I'm not a parent, but sometimes, from my background, I've done a lot of work with children, and sometimes people say that children have a way of, I guess, when they open their mouth, the home comes out. And even though I'm young, I know that my students, to some degree, are my children. And when I received this resume, I wondered, what is this story telling about our house? Not only in my classroom, but more so at the university. Our students are a reflection of who we are as faculty members. They're a reflection of who we are as administrators, as staff members, etc. And yes, we do have resources out at Purdue, but to fix our problems. But something is happening in this process. A statement and a metaphor that I would like to use is the table metaphor. And we have to ask ourselves the question when we look at the structure of our university is, who's sitting at the table? Who's speaking at the table? Who's eating at the table? Who is serving the table? Who is watching the table? And who has distanced himself from the table? And I think that represents what we're talking about when we talk about shared governance. Who is invited to the table? And are our voices really being heard? And I think that this is one of the major concerns that I've been on faculty. So, well, I came for 1 year served, and this is my second year as a representative. And over time, I've heard the voices of the faculty knocking at the door of administration, hear us, hear us, hear us. And at the same time, we've lost a lot of energy as a faculty body, and we've been ignored. And the issue that what I want us to begin to think about is, what do we as faculty need to do to empower ourselves in this process? When we look at Faculty Senate, we have about 70% representation of Faculty Senate that come to the meeting, that participate in Faculty Senate activities, whether it be meetings, etc. How do we bring that to 100%? For the 30% of people that are not here, what are we going to do to ensure that these people's voices are heard? All right, that we take a stance in being able to bring faculty together at this university and begin to take a stance against the issues that are disenfranchising us as faculty, but also disenfranchising our students. And what I propose is really, one, it's a checks and balance situation. Personally, when I came in under the Cooper administration, I made a statement in the Faculty Senate meetings that we have to stop this because this is going to get out of control. And it did get out of control. We made a statement to say we're going to go against the administration, we're going to vote in no confidence, but it didn't seem as though there was any backing to that, all right? And it's like, how do we begin to ensure that people understand that we are the backbone of this university and that we need to be heard? And I think that that's something that we as the faculty have to come together to address as a whole. And we have to get away from this culture of silence. You know, the fact I don't want to say something and it's going to hurt me, or you're too young, you need to stop and not say anything because this is going to hurt you. These are the things that are killing us as a people. These things are killing us as an institution, as an organization. And we have to get to the bottom line and get to the issue that needs to be addressed, in the fact that we have to rebrand ourselves and define who we are as we begin to progress to the next year and for the future. All right. Another piece that I would like to address, and we've talked about this in our meetings, is campus safety. And I know that recently we've had a situation where you may have heard the, I think it was a sexual assault that may have happened. That happened. Okay, it did happen. Okay, and again, we're knocking at the door and saying this is what we have to address. Our children, our students are suffering, and we're not doing anything about it. Well, minimal things, in my opinion, about it. And that could have been prevented if we are putting the cameras up, ensuring that we have the safety for our students, ensuring that when we go outside at night, we have lights that are available for the people to see, that we have a blue light system, a safety system, that people can press that button and then people can say, oh, the security is going to be here. And blue light systems that actually work, all right? And also that we have the personnel in place that are really to address these issues. For us, as faculty, I understand that it's stressful. We're teaching 5, 6 classes and, 30 students and papers, and we're overloaded and overworked, underpaid. These are these are real issues, and I can understand why a lot of us have become disengaged and why they're become so apathetic with the process. But how can we come together as a faculty for a luncheon, for a dinner, for a potluck, for a Zumba class to sit back and just have fun? I am a Zumba instructor. And next year, actually, we're going to be implementing that, for us to have a time for us to get together, right? But I want us to be able to, one, enjoy the fact that we've sacrificed a lot to be where we are. We are, 1.5% of the U.S. population with PhDs and master's degrees, et cetera. So that's something that should be praised. And we should not have to always rely on, we need the validation of these people. We can validate ourselves, all right? And we also have to let our students understand that we mean business, all right? And when you come to my classroom, you have the expectations are high. When you come to Dr. Williams, Ms. Con Davis, expectations are high. But when they go to that one professor that says, oh, do what you want to do, I don't care what you do, we have a problem, and we have a breach in our communication. We're not on the same page, and we have to address that issue. Also, in regards to research and funding opportunities, how are we going to encourage, especially the next generation of people, to begin to take opportunities and bring younger faculty members under our wings to begin to say, hey, this is how you're going to do it. Let's get you on grants. Let's get you publishing. Let's focus on longevity, your survival at the institution. I know a few junior faculty members that came here, and they're no longer here. They came here 1 year, 2 years, and they're gone. But we're supposed to be retaining these individuals. And this is something that we have to begin to address, and I would like to put that is on my platform for us to begin to address. And finally, in the aspect of curriculum instruction and assessment, and I did speak with Ms. Con Davis about this, is the fact that in working with the General Education Curriculum Ad Hoc Committee, in being able to talk about how whether or not our classes are culturally relevant, are addressing global issues that are for giving our students awareness of the world, so that when they go out into the world, they're able to speak confidently about X, Y, Z. All right? These are things that we have to begin to address as a faculty. When it comes to grading policies, are we fair in what we do and how we assess our children? Are we being, when we talk about giving our students an F, what does that really mean? And what does that say about the process? And that, we can, student can get an F in the class, I'll just take it over again. But at the same time, long term, they're exhausting their financial aid. And then next thing you know, we get into a situation where these students are 50 years, they have no more money. And next thing you know, university stuck. So these are just some issues that I have presented to you all as Vice President, candidate for Vice Presidency. And thank you for your time, and look forward to the questions that you